So yeah, we are now. We're
Hey, everybody.
live now. Hey,
Welcome to
everybody.
Frost Smells Like Ass.
I love looking at the first comment that's already waiting for us. Definitely on California side. Yeah, man, we were in here. We were chilling in the room, like just basically talking shit to each other, and now we're starting. So yeah, what's up? Thanks for joining us. Another episode of Sigs, Slabs, and Con Talk. It's me, Cholula's Comics, and next we got Mutant Beaver.
What's going on? That's all I gotta say. Hi.
Okay. I refuse to say this. So what's up, CBA?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Undisputed Frost. Yeah, and that's pointing over to our good buddies.
Sprinkles.
Oh,
man. It's all good. How's everybody doing?
Oh man. So yeah, just a bunch of stuff going on today already in the chat, in the background. We got some books to show. We got some topics to cover. I don't know. Where do you guys want to start? Anybody got anything to show or talk about?
I got some stuff to show, but I'll wait till like how the thing pans out. You know what I mean? I got some cool things I picked up. But I'll show it later. But sorry, I'm just.
Actually, I kind of want to start with Frosty. You got the stuff already, right?
Huh? What? Yeah.
Look at him. He's fucking ready.
I'm always ready.
Yeah. Okay. We'll go. Go. You're good. You're on. You're ready.
Hey, he likes to smell butts.
It says he smells like butt. And
It's because Frosty's kind of a crotch hound.
Don't be jealous.
I am jealous.
So Marvel continuously wants me to buy their stuff, so they send me free stuff. So therefore, I'm just not going to buy it if they're going to send it to me for free. So most recent handout, Wolverine #7. I know nothing of the story. I do have all the other issues because they've sent it to me for free, and I have no clue what's going on.
Well, that's a tie-in with the Ten of Swords storyline.
So basically, they went ahead and messed up what was all going on originally in the story just to make it a tie-in?
Yes.
Wow.
But I've heard...
Creative thinking.
Well, kind of. Only in that, like, so Ten of Swords, I haven't read it yet, but from what I understand, it's supposed to be a really good story. They got to get these 10, like, mythical, magical swords together in order to, I don't know, maybe, like, Coca-Cola? I don't know. But of course, if it's Wolverine we're talking about, does anybody know what sword is going to be up in the mix?
The Shogun sword.
No, man, come on, Jesus.
There's Namor.
No, doesn't matter. It's the Muramasa blade.
Is it the Sword of Stone?
It's the Muramasa blade. When you're talking Wolverine, you're talking the Muramasa blade. It was forged out of Wolverine's own, like, hatred and blood. And it's the only thing that can kill him or anybody else with the mutant healing factor.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So that's what's up.
Well, that's a cool story, bro. So these are the other ones I sent to Pauly Shore, and Pauly Shore signed for me.
Look at you.
Signed the two there. I printed these out and he signed it, which is awesome. I did this one because it had all of his movies and shit on it. And then this one because it was one of my favorites. And then he sent me along with it all the signed big thing that I'm going to put in a shadow box, put it on the wall, on my shrine of love.
That sounds like that'd be kind of sticky, I guess.
Listen, why do you think it's in protective sleeve?
Oh, Jesus.
Okay?
Gross.
Don't be jealous.
All right. Cool.
That is all.
I like it.
Let the butt that smells like butt over there go.
I like it. All right. Tiny, what you got, man?
Shit, me. What I got? Well, I went and got these little mystery mini things, you know, that you can get at any like store. Tore the box open. Murph would be proud.
Oh, I was gonna
wasn't
say you
protective
Murph the
But
shit.
but this was cool, man. This is an exclusive. It's got a little foggy. I got the Wolverine.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Yeah,
dope.
it's the exclusive one. So that one's gonna go over here with you know,
What-
freaking
where
Professor
do you-
Xavier.
Where do you get the exclusive one? Is it just one of those random ones that come out of it? Like you have to get the actual mystery one, or what?
So did
Yeah,
that came out of that box?
Yeah, it came out of this little box right here.
Oh.
Cause see, you can get. I don't know if it'll show up that okay, but see, those are the original ones, and then they don't tell you what the mystery ones could possibly be. And I know the
Please show the Wolverine again.
I got one of the mysteries actually.
yeah, because the mystery one the bottom will be a different color, because all the other colors for them will be like this. They'd be all black, you know, and you can connect them all. And so the Wolverine, this one is exclusive because it's got his claw marks on the bottle itself. You know, and then it was kind of like the ones I got at Walmart a while back ago during Christmas time, the zombie ones. But those ones don't come in a round cylinder casing; it's more of a square one. Then I went out and I got these Marvel Legends figures. This one is Iron Man, of course, and it built Mr. Fix-It. You know, Incredible Hulk as Mr. Fix-It. So I have the Iron Man one, and I got the Falcon one. And what sucked was I went to GameStop to order Nightcrawler and was it Mr. Sinister, because I need those two to complete the set to build Wendigo, but they didn't have them. And I
You
couldn't
can
get them.
order them from GameStop.
Yeah, you can order off their website, and they're a lot cheaper on their website than they are when you go in the store.
I thought GameStop was going under.
That's what I thought.
They were, but I think they got a bailout because one of my wife's friends' husband works at the one in Springfield, and I went there. Hey, what's up, Azar? I went there, and I was hoping he'd be there because then, you know, he knows the ins and outs of the place. I can just tell him what character and he'd be able to find it for me, but he wasn't there, and I had to deal with somebody else. And he kept telling me, "Oh, we don't have it in stock. It's on our website, but we don't have it in stock. We don't have it in the store. So when it comes in, you know, I'll let you know, just check in with us every once in a while to see if it comes in, because on their website they're selling those for only like $8, and so that's why I wanted to get them, because if you go inside their store, they're selling them for like $22. I don't know if that's coming through, 22 or 24. You know, just outrageous prices, man.
Crazy.
So, you know, because normally I'll go to Walmart and I'll get like I found this Black Widow. There you go, CBA. And this one I only pay $20 for, you know, and then other times I can go to like Walgreens and things like that, and I can find them for, you know, about the same price, and then every once in a while they'll knock them down, which is great, because they can get pretty spendy. And the places that sell them for the higher end prices, your GameStops, your Targets, and shit like that, which sucks, because, you know, for me, I'm trying to build characters, and, you know, they're taking advantage of a situation, I think. And then I got these books.
Quick shout out to, I think you did already, but quick shout out to Azor Tiger and Uncanny Kyle Walker. What's up, man? Thanks for joining us, guys.
Yeah, what's up, man? And then of course, you know, I went to my LCS the other day, picked up some supplies, and then I grabbed this was still on their wall, so I grabbed this one. I'm gonna give it a read this weekend and see if I like it, and maybe put it in my pool. Of course, I am still collecting the Immortal Hulk. That's a pretty nice cover there. And
what the hell is nullified?
Nullified?
What's nullified?
It's a whole thing.
Yeah, it's.
Okay, tell me later.
Yeah, I'll tell you later. And then of course, you know, I got my second copy of this one, because at this comic book store I have Spider-Man and like 2 other titles on my pull list there, and then I also have pull list some other LCS. But,
Can my son have it?
Huh?
Can my son have it? It's his birthday.
Oh yeah. Don't be putting no guilt trip on me, man.
Oh, I tried. Chad's good for it, so I tried.
Yeah, I'm good for it. I tried, yeah. And then here's the other Spider-Man issues. Those were all in my pull box. And then I went to my favorite place, St. Vincent de Paul store, and I went in there, and they didn't have really any new stuff in their locked cabinet. but there was one book that I grabbed that I needed. It's Ghost Rider number 13 for volume. I say it's volume 2. Yeah. So I grabbed that for $2, but then all the rest, I grabbed all these for 49 cents. Knights of the Old Republic.
Oh, nice.
Cool Star Wars title there.
Hey, Mike, do you know, are those heating up now? I've heard the Knights of the Old Republic series.
Yeah, so I think they probably will once they start saying what the new TV show is going to be about.
Yeah.
Is that one of the titles of the new TV shows coming out?
What's that? And the Old Republic is what it's going to be based on, anyways.
Oh, okay.
Is it going to be more based off of the novel or the comic book?
I don't even know. They were originally going to get the guys that did Game of Thrones to do it, but
oh, really?
Yeah, but they've been kind of under some ill repute lately. So I think
like I said, all these books here were only 49 cents. Now this book here, I was looking at it a little bit closer, and it's actually signed by where is his name? Oh, geez, Anthony Wynn. Anthony Wynn signed this one. Look at that. He signed it in pen.
Dope.
So it was already signed. I just figured, what the heck, I'll still grab it anyway. It's only for 49 cents. I was hoping they would have had more Star Wars titles there because I would have definitely scooped them all up. And some of these, you'd be shocked, Frosty. Some of these aren't in the greatest condition, but I didn't care. 49 cents.
No.
I broke my rule. Yes.
Oh, you didn't wait for the 24
cent
rule to sell?
Yeah, pretty much. I broke my own rule. I like this cover a lot, though.
That cold has messed you up.
Yeah, it has.
Made you break your rule.
I'm seeing freaking double. That ain't a rip. That's just a sprinkle. I think this is the last one. Right, yeah, that's the last one. So I mean, I got all those for 49 cents. Can't beat that.
Either way, Tat, it looks like Rag 718 approves.
Wait.
Nice.
Thanks, Rags. You can beat that when it's a sale at St. Benny's for 24 cents.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to get those. That was back in the day, though. They don't do that anymore, which really sucks because, I used to go there and they'd always have the short boxes and the long boxes set up right when you first walked through the door. And I just thumbed through there and I was getting books for 24 cents a piece. And that's when I really grabbed all the Grendel books. I grabbed a bunch of the X-Men books I needed, X-Factor books I needed back in the day. And that's when it was a lot more easier. Now they're more about getting their books. They look at them and they'll always charge at least $2. And then when they don't sell them, they throw them on the rack now. That's how they kind of do it, which sucks because back in the day I was...
Are they doing that like that now?
Yeah, that's how they're doing it now.
Dicks now trying to make that money. Dickheads.
Well, it's stuff they get for free, and what cracks me up is when I go in there and I see a book that they're trying to sell for $20 or $40. I'm like, that book is nowhere at that price.
I told you about that Beatles album, right?
Mm-hmm.
That one time I went there. Beatles album, they got it for free, obviously. And Trench Around was trying to sell it for $80 to $90. I was like, "What? Are you kidding me?" Like, dude! And it was a reprint. It wasn't even the original print.
Original, yeah.
What the hell?
And the other thing that cracked me up is the one that's in my town where I live. They actually had those hologram cards. They were all done up of what was it, Lady Death, and that was the character. But it was like a thick book, with all the cards. Yeah, I see what you guys are pointing at, and. Nice. And they wanted I think it was $100 for this set of cards, and I was like, "Are you freaking kidding me?" So I asked the girl, I'm like, "Well, why is it that much?" She goes, "Well, I looked up on some of these, and this one sells for $50, this one sells for $80, so you're actually getting a deal." And I'm like, "No, you guys aren't going to sell that." And the funniest thing is, it's still sitting in their freaking little glass case. They still haven't sold. They're trying to sell for $100.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculously overpriced, obviously. But the thing that makes me mad is I've gone to my local little Goodwill over here, and sometimes they'll have some books over there, and I'll go looking through the books. And the thing is, if the book was donated without a bag, what they do is they just put the freaking price tag straight on the book.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then what makes it even worse is these are obviously old books, not in great condition. They're tagging them at $5. $6 a pop, and I'm like, yo, the cover's falling off of this thing. Like, there's no way. Like, if you go to a comic book store, the owner would like give this away for free to kids. You know, like nobody cares about that. Like, and they don't get it. Like,
Well, I used to argue with the people at the Goodwill store, the two that I'd go to, because that's what they do. They put the sticker right on the damn book. And I would tell them, like, you know what, man? I said, as a collector, this annoys the hell out of me because, you know, I want to at least have my book without a price on the front of it like that. If it's like the old value, like the old stamps, kind of date stamps, that's not a big deal. But, you know, this says it has big letters, it says Goodwill, and the shit won't come off. And so I kept telling them, and they told me, well, this is how we get the books. I'm like, no, you get the books without this on there. You put them on there. Why don't you just put them in bags? You know, you guys use those little freaking hefty bags and shit. So after a while, they started to do that. So that made it a little bit better for me because they're charging like $9 for 10 books. But usually they only charge like 99 cents a book, you know, where I live. So, but still, I know what you're talking about. It's a pain. That just bugs the shit out of me.
Yeah. It's annoying. You guys, anybody else ever do any like thrift shopping for books? Like antique shops, fucking thrift books, whatever.
I've got a couple of thrift stores in my area, and they never have books. And whenever they do, it's always like horrible title. Not even titles. It's like like publishers, like Arcana Comics. You know, just stuff you've never even heard of before. That's the kind of stuff that shows up at our store.
How about you, Squad Piss?
I have not scored at thrift shops lately. I have a St. Vinny near me and Goodwill and Salvation Army, but I'm not Hobie Comics. But I do go to Half Price Bookstore, and they do put the stickers on the cover too. And then I got to get my wife's hair dryer and hair blower and melt it off. So that's where I usually get my used stuff. But thrift stores, no, I usually, and I don't score on the flea markets either. Those things, they suck too.
Yeah, I've never had good luck. That's another good one is, I mean, I see Instagrammers and YouTubers talking about their flea market hauls, and I'm like, man, where the fuck do you live at? Like, what flea markets do you guys, where do you frequent that you're finding like that? Like, when I go to my flea markets, I mean, and don't get me wrong, actually, like here in San Jose, for many years, they had what they called the biggest flea market in Northern California. However, now some of that real estate was bought up by the BART because we're going to have a BART station here now. So we're not going to have the biggest one in Northern California anymore. But anyway, like you're just not finding that kind of stuff there. Like there's nobody selling comics.
Wait, the big San Jose flea market is gone?
It's like cut in half now. It's just smaller. Yeah.
They had the big old drive-in right there, and you can't really.
That's the small San Jose flea market. There's a bigger one than that.
Yeah, I know that, but like,
so the drive-in one is fine. It's still there.
Okay.
But the other one got cut in half.
I'm offended.
To make room for the BART and for BART parking, so that Bay Area Rapid Transit customers can move around freely.
BART sucks.
Well, Ray Silencer Man, that's to pronounce it. He goes a lot of flea markets all the time. If you check out his videos or his Instagram posts, the other places I haven't checked in a long time though are antique stores. Every once in a while, you'll see they'll sell some books, and but that's like everybody rents a little corner in their store and then they sell them. In fact, I could have got a long time ago. I could have got the annual New Mutants first appearance of Psylocke, I believe. I could have got that book for $1, and I didn't even think about it because I wasn't looking for that book at the time. I didn't think about it till like the next day, and I went back, and of course it was gone.
The antique store over here off Main Street, not the one like what you're talking about, but just a regular one. It's just a regular antique store. They got some comic books. You can see the boxes in the windows. I just haven't stopped by to take a sneak peek.
Yeah, I'll have to go over there with you then. Go check it out.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about hitting up this antique store up in Cottage Grove to go ahead and get me some more card sets. You know what I mean? Like that.
Right.
They had some top, like where I got my Topps cards of the rookie card of Peyton Manning, for a couple $. They got a whole nother set over there, along with my hockey set that I'm now sending out for TTMs. It's pretty dope. So
that Azor Tiger brings up a really good point, talking about half price books. Me and Gomez went, I don't know, about a year ago. He took me out. He goes to the half price books over there in Fremont.
Yeah,
And,
Fremont, yeah.
Yeah, and the coolest thing about that is, since I'm in San Jose is like is, even though it's South Bay, it's technically like San Francisco Giants territory. So when I go head over to Fremont, all of a sudden I'm seeing everyone wearing A's hats, so that's cool. And then, but we went to half price books, and you know what, Azores, I think it's hit and miss. I mean, there were definitely some books there that were kind of cool, but again, it's just like you're getting people who are donating them, and then or whatever, right? They're giving up their books for whatever price they're giving it to the store for, but they don't know how to handle them. And like I found that like a lot of them are just kind of beat up, you know. And if you find a major key for cheap, cool, even if it is a little beat up.
Right.
I don't know. It's just
So in that particular half price bookstore, the keys are in the cabinet.
right. Mm-hmm.
They're locked up.
Well, Chalula, you remember when we you and I went with Evan Jalon, and I found the first appearance of Gambit there. Remember, water damage and everything. You pressed it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's right.
I got it for like what, $1?
Yeah, that's true.
And then
when did it come back? Or did
I didn't get it graded. No, I didn't get that graded. Yeah, it was the X-Men annual.
Yo, what up, Tito? What's up, man? Thanks for joining us, Kingdom Comics. Tito says that he finds some good books at half price books.
I haven't seen him or talked to him in a while.
That's the difference of being up north. We don't have anything like that here. I always hear people like, "Oh, I was digging in the dollar bins," and we don't have dollar bins here, man. It's
Do you guys even have $1?
Yeah, we have $1.
It's a royal Canadian dollar, sir.
So it's not a real dollar.
It's got a picture of the gardener on there. You know, somebody's gardener at mows lawns pushing.
Yeah. So we don't have that. Like our used bookstores, they carry books. They don't carry comics. So this is part of being like the intellectual superior of our country to the south. So
our bookstores actually have real.
We have actually books that have been read.
No pictures.
Hardbound classics.
The only pictures are of the author in the back.
So like if I'm sure, like if I went into Toronto, there are some places around that have cheaper books and stuff like that. But there you go.
There's words in it.
What?
No pictures.
Is there numbers in there too?
There are numbers, yes. There are numbers.
Shit.
You don't know about y'all.
Boxes.
I don't know about y'all, but I like the picture books.
Well, see, there's the cover, and then this is what's called a jacket. So you can take that off the book, and then sometimes you can find cool things that says like St. James Street,
and then dust jacket.
Oh.
Wait, you know what a dust jacket is, but you didn't know you can make rice in a microwave, Chula? There's something wrong there, man.
Well, that's just weird. Like you gotta make
rice in the microwave.
You can cook.
So to answer Kingdom Comics question, there are no Second and Charles in Canada.
Yeah,
I only ever heard of that from watching YouTube videos.
Chicago, I think, is the Midwest, is where the Second and Charles are infamous.
Yeah, well, Eastern too. I know there's some in North Carolina as well.
We don't even have Target in Canada. All right, so
yeah, that's crazy.
But you have Toys R Us.
We had Target. It didn't do well.
Mm-hmm.
But you have Toys R Us.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm so jealous of that shit.
Walmart.
Fourwayflashers, AG Surfer says, FWF has the El Royale boxes. I felt like that's how he would have said it.
I
No,
don't think so.
No.
Tito
maybe close.
says they got the second and Charles out there in Georgia, and no half price books.
oh, that's right. He moved from Texas to Georgia.
Oh, I was wondering. Yeah, I could have sworn he was out there in Texas.
He moved like a year plus ago. Him and his long hair, luscious hair, went and took off.
Yeah, real shit. That's what I'm trying to be. Look, I've been growing it for about a year and a half.
You're trying to go for the Antonio Banderas in Desperado. It's not working.
No, he's going for El Guapo.
El Guapo.
Yes, El
Okay.
Guapo. You know, or no, what's that movie called? Something No Country for Old Men.
Yeah, I know
You know
what you're talking about.
Yeah, the hitman dude. He's going for him too.
I thought he was trying to be part of. I thought he was trying to be part of Los Lobos, but hey,
Hey,
maybe
Ron,
not. I don't know.
Let's put Ron Espinosa says El Royale con queso.
Okay, so
Oh shit, Kingdom. Man, my bad, Tito. He moved out there like 3 years ago, y'all.
oh, see, I said a year ago, but I mean, at
One-
least
one
I
of-
knew
one
he
of my-
moved.
One of my favorite videos that he did was a while back ago, where he was running and then he fell. I think he did it on purpose. Kingdom Comics, man. There was one. I think he was like running, like he got out of his car and he started running. And he fell. I mean, he took a big dive. But I think he did that on purpose because he was making it seem like he was excited because he had a couple packages on his doorstep. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's how the video went. But I was laughing my ass off because it was so funny, like slow mo, and like Frost was saying his hair was like, "Who do you see him fall like this?" Yeah, it was pretty good. It was pretty good.
That shit
I
was
thought that would have been like one of his workout videos. I think I remember him doing some workout stuff at one point in time. And coming back like, yeah, so I got some comics. They're over there.
Yeah, I like when he had his videos too, where he was like on. There was one where he went like I think it was like somewhere by the like a river or something like that, and he was with his dog and he was showing his comics in the back of his car. That was pretty cool too. Like when he went on a little I can't think of the word, but shit, he knows what I'm talking about.
Yo, what's up, Big Meow Meow? Big Lion
Meow
Cat.
Meow.
Thanks for joining us, man. We out here chilling.
But that's gotta suck though, man. Poor Fourway doesn't have like a lot of the nice things that we have down here with all these stores where he can just go and shop. But he still got Toys R Us.
We have the bartering system. And most times we have to watch because the polar bears, like when they're in heat, it's just you can't really escape them.
You can smell the blood in the air.
That's right.
Wrap a pork chop around your neck so they play with you.
Oh shit.
That's
All right. Who else got some books? Anybody else got some?
I've got a very, very, very small haul to show.
Let's check them out.
I've heard
All right.
you got a very.
So I got a couple of new boxes, short boxes. I got this lovely Captain America short box. I don't buy the cheap ass white plain ones anymore. I buy the fancy.
That's the Alex Ross Captain America.
That's great. And what was funny is I picked up the Spider-Man and I picked up a Black Panther. And then I saw the Captain America and I was like, get this Black Panther shit out of my face.
Is there a Black Widow one?
You know what? I haven't seen
just
one. If there is.
My God.
They're probably
curious. Excuse me, sir. Is there a Black Widow one? It's the only one that I need. Thanks.
CBA wants to get into Black Widow's box. I don't know.
Colonel
That would
Angus.
be the only time.
Colonel Angus. Colonel Angus.
And so yeah, Polar Bear season does equal dangerous comic book season. You're right. I picked up two books. I picked up 2 books. I jumped on the bandwagon. I picked up
nice.
Pretty black and white Spider-Man, whatever.
It is pretty. It is very pretty.
And I also got the Star Wars: The High Republic.
Did you read it yet?
I have not. I've been working nights, so I have not had a chance to read it because my days are spent schooling the children because we're in lockdown, and unfortunately, the kids are at home now doing their schooling. So
I know you meant teaching them, but I just pictured you like on the basketball court, just schooling them, just dunking on them.
It would be driveway hockey.
Yeah. Did you not hear there's polar bears running around?
I will say, at least myself and Fourway got to watch the Sharks game last night, and it was very disappointing. I was very upset that we went from having a We went from having a 3-1 lead to going into a shootout. I was very disappointed.
Damn. Hey, oh, so does that mean we lost?
We won, but see, Fourway, he knows when we go into shootouts, we lose.
Yeah. Hey, look at so just real quick. Squad Piss. Azor's Tiger saying that he thinks that once the movie drops, you'll get your Black Widow box. So there you go.
I hope so.
And then you can pop a quick Squad Piss in there, and you'll be fine.
or Colonel Angus.
He's
Yeah,
come on here holding the box. He goes, guess what's in her box? He's gonna open it. It's my inner box.
But seriously, the Alex Ross box is cool.
Yeah, so that was all I picked up because my like I said, my comic store is on lockdown as well, so I couldn't actually go in. I'm not supposed to go in, but I did go in because I'm technically an employee because I press their books.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I couldn't really do any hunting, and he said he's not bringing in any new stuff right now anyway, so it's redundant.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I picked up. I put the second print on my pull list, and that's about it, man.
You know, since you said that about your comic book store, I'm sorry. Since you said about your comic book store not really getting any new stuff in right away, that's kind of what's happening with one of those comic book stores I go to, Nostalgia. They're not getting a lot of the books in on time. So, I'll go in there. A book I should have got a while ago, I get it, then. It's like they're finally starting to get them in. So I'm noticing like they're not getting their books as soon as they would like to. But Radar Toys, the one I go to, also, they get their books on time all the time. So it's just kind of weird how some places will get their books and some won't.
Well, I'm talking like we're getting our new stuff in, but I'm looking for older stuff, right? Like
Gotcha.
I feel like a trip is wasted when I don't pick up a Silver Age comic book.
Gotcha.
Speaking of Big Meow Meow, look who's joining us.
Hey, what's up, man? Born to buy comics? I like that.
Was that your meow right now, or was that someone else?
What?
Was that you meowing right now, or was that someone else?
That was not me.
That's the sound effect that follows him around wherever he goes, man.
It follows me wherever I go.
Yeah.
BLC, I gotta say your ketchup is dangerously close to your collection there.
Very close to that Wolverine book, man. I'm disappointed. There we go.
Now he's putting it next to his short box of Black Widow.
No matter where I put anything in you need something.
If you guys didn't see earlier, BLC had a pretty lengthy unboxing. He had a ton of books, some good stuff, man. Really good books. Check it out.
All over the place, man. All over the place.
Sorry, I'll be right back. I gotta get my daughter.
And then if you want, BLC, you want to talk about that? Are you still doing the giveaway for the Mumra?
Yeah, well, that's just for a super chat thing.
Yeah. You want to talk? You want to just plug it real quick? Talk about it.
Well, I just started this year. I do free giveaways anyway. Free videos. Anyway. So I figured, what would I do for people that give me like the super chat? Because that's what I actually do with the super chat money. I just buy stuff and then just give it away. So I decided for people with super chat to give a little extra something. So I decided to give this Thundercats Mumra glow in the dark action figure.
Yeah.
So the more super chats that I get or stickers or whatever case may be, I just decided I'm probably going to get more action figures if people like that stuff. And I always tell people, hit me up, let me know what they would like for me to use the money to buy stuff and to give away for free, so somebody has a chance of winning something.
Wolverine statues.
Huh?
Yeah,
Wolverine statues.
Now, see, I don't know this guy, right? So how I was looking at it, no, the gentleman that's showing the Mumra.
His name is BLC.
I get that now. Okay, his name's BLC. But when I'm looking at him, I'm going to myself. I was like, "Is this like a relative of Manny?" Then he says he gives stuff away for free, and I was like, "Definitely not a relative of Manny's." So I'm like, "Okay." So I'll introduce myself since you putos can't introduce me to other people. Hi,
How am I supposed to know who you know and who you don't know? Okay, Frost. That's Undisputed Frost with the,
yep, thank you.
and then this is BLC.
BLC, hello.
What's up?
I'm the guy with the beard.
Yeah, he's a jerk.
It's funny how you say that about Manny, because I actually was at LCS and I bought a box like what Fourwayflashers was talking about. I bought one of those boxes. I bought a Transformer box. I saw it, and me and Manny basically likes to say stuff anyway. So I actually bought a box for him and gave it to him. So
when you see him again, tell him I said he's a bird.
Well, that I know he's a bird. Yeah.
Yeah, let him know I said it though. Be like, hey, Frost said you're a bird.
And you know what cats do to birds, right?
So this is it. It glows in the dark. Comes with the headpieces and stuff like that.
Pretty well.
Oh,
yeah, that's the back. You know, so I decided, to
does he got it? It don't switch him out where he's like the super buff Mumra.
No, this is just the glow in the dark one. There is another action figure where he's more buff.
Yeah,
bigger. Yeah.
That, of course, would be Mumra the Ever Living.
Oh, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
There it is.
We actually just, I don't know if you guys are into it, but we got Hulu, and it's one of the shows on Hulu. So me and my son have just started watching the show, and he's like really into it. We're about 10 episodes in. It's pretty dope.
I try to get my kid into it.
The more super chat money I get or whatever, or how many times you give me, that's more chances you get to get on the wheel, an opportunity to win. So I figured, the more I'm going to get, I said, well, I'm going to get another action. So I ordered another different one, not the same one, but a different one to add, so it'll be two good. So if, depending how many super chat types you do, the more chances you get to win. So
that's cool.
One.
Yes.
So I just tried that this year, see how
I always wonder what people did with their super chats.
Yeah, see, that's the thing.
Pokers
People get super chat money. You have no idea what they do with the money. But here, I just tell it straight out. It says, you give me money, I give away free stuff. And you can constantly see that I'm always giving free stuff, Yeah,
you had that. Didn't you have like a Batman compendium that you gave away not too long ago?
I think I'm up to my 6th free giveaway. 2 of them were Batman ones. There was a G.I. Joe Larry Hama one. Then I gave away 2 Jack Kirby books. Were really, really nice, and I kind of feel bad I didn't keep one for myself. So, that were pretty cool. So yeah, I'm always trying to find stuff.
What do you do on your channel? Like, what is it you show? Because I don't know. I'm new to you, so I don't know what's that.
This guy just does cards over here. He just does like football and stuff. That's all he does.
Me, my main thing, I'm a collector, and people always ask me, "What do you collect?" And I collect everything. I constantly buying all types of stuff, man. DVDs, Pokemon cards, it. Funko Pops, as you can see back there. I did a show on my Franklin Mint die-cast metal planes that I have. I actually gave 7 away when I reached 1,000 subs, and that really hurt me because I was never planning to give them away for free, and I gave out 7. And people were thrilled to have those.
Yeah, it looks like Lon Espinosa one.
Like nonstop in here. I just buy all kinds of stuff, man. If you see, I try to break it down. What I get. You never know what comes in here.
Okay.
But collect the first, and of course I do an auction. I have one tomorrow at 8:00. I do it on Saturdays. Not every Saturday, but once. Maybe it's almost like once a month, twice a month.
I'll check it out for sure. I'm gonna go ahead and hit you up right here right now.
Quick shout out to Lone Espinoza, who says, "Word, thanks BLC." He got one of those airplane models, and
the diecast, yeah.
And then what's up to Macedon? He says, "Yo, Mike, I was headed in for the night. I saw you guys were on, so cool, man. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate you." Mike, did we get to follow your stuff? My bad. I know we saw the 2.
Yeah, that was it, man. It was a tight week for me.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Although I did buy a book today. It's going to be sent in, so for the next show,
okay. I think we might have got a preview of it. No, earlier.
No. So I didn't even mention the author.
All right. Squat-Piss. Anything? Any good news? Any new stuff?
No, I'm not buying anything new, so no.
So,
But before, go ahead,
I
Mike.
like
Sorry.
that DLC.
Oh,
I just got that.
Let's see. Throw it up again. I got you on the full screen now.
Second appearance of Scorpion.
Nice.
That looks
Looks
like
gorgeous,
pretty,
man.
pretty good condition there.
All right.
What would you say? Like maybe a 4?
According to what they told me, it was 3.5.
Okay.
That's all right. That's the lowest issue number I got in Amazing Spider-Man. So I'm happy just to have it. You know, I picked it up. That's at 124.
Very nice.
I'm at 50. X-Men 51. X-Men 65. X-Men 3. That's the annual. You know. So I just, like I said, I just did a whole freaking unloading. I gotta put all this stuff away. It's like crazy in here.
That's the hard part. Is always trying to put stuff away once you get some stuff in. I got a couple books. I'll show real quick.
So
Yeah, sure.
Let's see. So shout out to Squad-Piss over here. That looks like I think that's actually what she's doing right there. She's like
That is 100% what she's doing.
You could take that to be serious from Frost because he knows about the rain cover.
So I got So I got that one and this one. I think the other one was a more limited printing. So the other one had like an all red background, and this one has her Black Widow symbol in the background.
You know, they all look the same to me now, Jonathan.
Oh, I see an X-Men.
And so this next little lot is actually these were books that I got from Boston Comic Holic, and he was my Secret Santa for Instagram's Secret Santa. So Batman King of Fear, #1, pretty cool Sinkavich cover. Sinkavich.
Yeah, St. Cabbage. Come on.
Stink cabbage.
St. Cabbage.
St. Cabbage.
Sink in a sandwich.
Machine Man #1. This is a Barry Windsor Smith cover.
Is that like a double cover? Like a weird lenticular double cover thing going on there?
Nah, he's just got dope ass penmanship, and it looks like it is, but nope.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does from here.
So think about it. You know what it really looks like is Marvel Comics presents 73 or 74, where it's Weapon X.
I'll go get that real quick.
Yeah.
So, anyways, you gave me that one. This was the awesome book in the lot. Look at that, dude.
Nice.
I believe it. This is where Mimic joins the team, X-Men 27.
I mean, it's a reprint.
Nice.
What? He knows I'm a Wolvie fan, so Old Man Logan 43. 43. Again, some more Bronze Age goodness. Daredevil. This is the first appearance of Death's Head, who I'm not super familiar with, Tat, but I actually meant to ask you, being the Deadpool guy, is that who's Death's Head? No?
I think he stepped away.
All right, cool.
He was like, "Cool story, bro," and walked away.
Yeah. All right. That's all I got. Just a couple.
I like that. I like that science cover. Show that one again.
You mean Machine Man? Yeah, got you.
That's freaking dope.
Yeah.
Like it literally looks like it's jumping off the page or something.
Yeah, it's really cool. You know what? Actually, I got one last book. I got to shout out. Ooh, you guys, we almost messed up. I got to shout out our fellow Hall member, West Coast Comic Connection extended family member, Davis Comic Finds. It's going to be his birthday coming up on Monday. And he sent me just a little something.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
First appearance of Archangel, right?
Yeah.
So pretty cool. I don't have that book, so I was pretty pumped to get it.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Now he's back. Ask him now.
Oh.
Shoot, if you needed that book for X Factor, I could have given it to you a long time ago.
Tat, who's Death's Head?
Do you know
Who's
who Death's
what?
Head is?
Death Head?
Yeah, Death's Head. So here, look. Got this one. You know who that guy is? Death's Head. He's like a Daredevil.
Wait. Push on your screen so I can just see it because I can barely see the book. Sorry.
All right, hold on.
God, man, my eyes. Yeah, my eyes are having a hard time
It
focusing.
says it's the first appearance of Death's Head, but I'm not familiar with that dude.
Well, I don't have that issue, but God, because seriously, my eyes are just crappy right now. But no, I don't know that character. Because I don't have that issue, but you're talking about Weapon X, and this isn't the cover you're talking about, but I know which one you're talking about, but I just figure you know. Yeah.
That's 72, right? I can't even see it, but that's 72. Right?
Yeah, this is 72, but there's the other issue where it's like, you know, he's sitting there with his claws
The
like
one
this,
right
it's
after
all
that.
red. Yeah. It's the one
73.
right after this one.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, my movie.
Oh yeah.
Oh, hey, you know what? Let me show you real quick because you showed me that domes that you got.
Yeah, show me.
I see
is this the mystery one?
Oh yeah, you know what? Actually, that's the zombie one though, right?
Yeah, David sent me this one too.
Yeah, I have that one, and then the Chase one will actually have the sticker on it that says Chase, which
This is the Chase one.
No, it doesn't have the Chase sticker on there.
It says Chase variant right there.
Huh? Oh, okay, I didn't see it because the glare. Okay, now I see. Yeah, it's right there at the top.
Yep.
Yeah, I have that one, but God, where did I put it? I have so much.
Yeah, but
shit.
that one's the zombie one, bro. The one he showed today was out of one of those little mystery boxes.
Yeah, that's a trip, right? That's why when he pulled it out, when he pulled it out that mystery box, that's why I asked him. I was like, "Whoa, you got it out that little box?" Because mine comes like in a whole freaking.
Like, that's how they started doing those ones just recently.
Yeah, I have those.
By mystery stuff no more.
I have that bag somewhere. I just don't know where I put it. But I have all of them. There's Hulk, there's Magneto, there's Thanos, there's Deadpool, and there was like 2 Wolverines.
Okay, so now we got like a pretty even. That's dope right there, VLC.
Oh, Thundercats.
Who did those?
I think isn't the WS J. Scott Campbell, right?
Jeremy Lachey. He's on IG. But
Right.
he's also sometimes on Thoro's auction.
Oh, is that the guy that Thorough usually gets to like recreate covers?
Well, this is what he does. Yeah, man. He does whatever book you cover he want, he can draw it. He draws it by hand.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
because he's got some good skills. I've seen.
Yeah, man. And I just won one. I guess it was given away or something, and I won one.
Yeah, because I thought that one that
I gotta get a frame for this
was J. Scott Campbell, the WS or whatever. Oh, there you go. That's dope.
Yeah.
Gotta get a frame for that one.
If you get a chance, put his name in the chat, or I'll put it in the chat. Jeremy? Hold on.
Lachey. Lacha.
Lazcha.
Latcha.
Oh shit! I already spelled it wrong.
Cursive, bro. Come on.
Latcha. Hey, there's no cursive on my channel, right? It's for family.
Yeah, go to his Instagram.
There we go.
Lacha.art.
Yeah, that's him. Lacha.art. And you see just tons of every cover you can probably think of, man.
That's dope.
It's
Maybe
crazy.
Give me a 181.
Hell yeah, you could do that. You probably did them already.
Yeah, I'm sure he did. All right. Well, next topic on the slate here, boys. It's always like a debated topic, right? Like, but this is all just personal preference. Like, and I'm just gonna go straight down the middle, starting off with you, Mike. DC, Marvel, which do you prefer? Not which is better, not which one's gonna, just which do you prefer and why?
Well, I mean, the diplomatic answer is I like Marvel because it's better.
Very diplomatic.
Look, I grew up on Marvel. I never touched DC when I was a kid, not because I wasn't interested. Like, I watched Saturday morning cartoons with Batman and Robin, like the Super Friends and everything like that. That was fine with me. But comics wise, I always found like X-Men to be way more interesting than anything that DC was putting out. I would go to the stores and you look on the shelves trying to see what's what. The covers were better. From everything I could tell, like the stories were better. It always seemed like DC had like this goofy feel to it, to like at least the stuff that I saw, and Marvel always seemed to be a little more serious. And so Marvel has been and like as far as like the Silver Age stuff goes, I have a good appreciation for Silver Age and Golden Age DC stuff, but their stories were just garbage. I mean, let's face it. There's no nicer ways to say it.
Okay.
And there's a reason why Jack Kirby was the king. So yeah, that's where I stand.
I feel it.
And I'll fight anyone to the death who disagrees.
Shit.
All right. Compass.
I was on Instagram looking at Lacha art, and he did a Black Widow. Look at that.
Of course he did.
Liked by Biggie's Comics and 19 others.
Yep.
$200 or better offer.
Hmm.
You think I should get it?
Do it.
I'd say go better.
Yeah, do like
By better, I mean, offer him like $1.25 or something. You know what I mean?
Slow ball him, right?
Yeah, right off the bat, see where he's starting at.
Yeah, just insult him, his integrity, his work. Just do it. Why not?
So I definitely collect both sides. I go both ways. So I do collect Marvel and DC. But if you were to ask me what's my favorite one, I prefer DC.
As you're showing 2 Marvel books in a row.
3 Marvel books in a row.
He's setting us up. He's setting us up.
Yeah.
He's looking for a fight.
Well, don't talk about Star Wars.
Classic squad.
I just grew up with DC. I know their stories better. Marvel is hard to follow. They do a lot
Hard to follow?
I don't like this. I can't stand X-Men stories.
Oh my god.
I do like Avengers stories though. I do like the Avengers. They're cool.
Mike, you're not just gonna fight them. Now we just gotta jump them after that X-Men shot.
Yeah, but you gotta appreciate DC.
Well, that's even pre-boob window, so I don't know, man.
But see, DC characters, all their characters wear their underwear on the outside.
Yeah. Well,
that's not
Wolverine's underwear is blue. It's on the outside of his yellow pants.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
But I mean, you gotta take it for what it is. Everybody else though wears the underwear on the outside.
Okay,
they're backwards in DC.
All right, guys. We're at 1-1. We're at 1-1. So, the Undisputed Frost. The Undisputed Frost.
Listen, my answer is a little complicated.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm gonna break it down for you.
We like complicated answers, but you have to go with it. Go ahead and explain it, but we need a definitive answer at the end.
You're gonna get it through the timeline. If I want to read Silver Age, I'm going Marvel.
Yeah, all day.
If I'm going Bronze Age, because this is me, I'm going to go DC because they had Chuck Dixon writing some good Robin stories, and I really like Robin. But that's not to say that Marvel didn't have great Bronze Age. I mean, X-Men. I mean, that's all I got to say on that Bronze Age situation. X-Men, Wolverines, all that shit.
Yeah, sure.
When I come into the more modern, I got to go DC again because DC's had the better stories in the modern format to Marvel's jump. Nothing's been good. So down the line, Silver Age all day, Marvel. Great writing in Marvel compared to DC's trash. But DC stepped their game up. I mean, in the more current age. But the Bronze Age, I think that was a neck and neck battle between the great writing for DC and for Marvel. But DC's come out on top towards the end.
So if you were forced to collect only one for whatever weird, ambiguous reason that was set forth, and though that was the rule, you could collect one, you would collect
DC.
Okay.
Because I'd only have to buy one book in Marvel. And I
Okay.
already own
Yeah, but one of your favorite characters is in Marvel.
it. No, two of them.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I always just know you as Hawkeye.
I know, and I have that. That's the only one.
Yeah.
Deadpool's great. I love Deadpool.
Right.
But I could do without his first appearance. But Hawkeye is hell no. I gotta get that damn book.
Okay.
Mhm.
So it's
Namor.
Mm.
I've had that.
I was thinking Aquaman.
I've had it.
All right.
It's funny how he said how Joe said he likes Chuck Dixon's Robin, but I also like Chuck Dixon for Punisher. Didn't he do a lot of Punisher?
He also did a lot of Hawkeye too, and it was good. And West Coast Avengers.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah, West Coast Avengers.
all right. Frost has spoken. All right, Teddy. It's on you guys. Teddy.
For me, I mean, before I even started knowing about comic books, I just knew about the characters. And so, like, I grew up, I loved the Flash just because he was fast. So I think, like, DC was probably some of the first characters I started to learn about when I was growing up because, you know, you had Superman, you had Batman, you had Flash. But then, and Green Lantern, of course, because I had all the Underoos when I was a kid. But then, but you know, for me, if I had to choose, I'd go Marvel. That's what all my tattoos I have on my arm, you know, are all Marvel characters. You know, because for me, when I first read the story of Daredevil, I mean, that wasn't the first book I read. The first book I read, of course, was X-Men, X-Men number 12, first appearance of Juggernaut. That's when I kind of started learning about, you know, villains and stuff, and I really liked what the Juggernaut did. But for me, you know, then when I started to really dive into reading books, I picked up Daredevil for the first time. I can't remember what number, but I just fell in love with his character. I fell in love with the fact of his story, his backstory, and how he's, you know, gone through diversity and things like that. And then, you know, started learning about Wolverine. And then back then, of course, you know, you had Hulk Underoos, which I had. God, there was a couple other ones. Not too much for Marvel, if I can remember correctly. I think there was more DC than there was. That's why I said like the underwear on the outside. Yeah, for me it'd be Marvel all the way. I do collect some DC titles, but not as much as, you know, your normal DC collector would do. Most of my books are all Marvel, but I have been collecting a lot of more independent books lately, just because I like the stories a little bit better than Marvel. Because like what Frost said, there's only a few titles out there right now for Marvel that are doing well. Others are just kind of hit and miss for me, but I'd go Marvel.
All right. Ooh.
So I'm sorry, I just got to ask real quick. So Tat, what are your favorite runs on Daredevil? Did you like Frank Miller? You like Zdarsky right now? What do you enjoy most about?
I really like the Frank Miller run that he did. The few runs that Frank Miller did. I do like some of the stuff that Mac did as well. Dave Mack, the covers and issues that he did and some of the stories there. But my favorite one for Daredevil run was the Frank Miller run. To me, that was written really well. I thought the art was good. So that would be my number one Daredevil.
I was first introduced to Daredevil with the Typhoid Mary stuff. That was my first introduction to Daredevil.
Yeah, that was a good storyline. Sorry, went down the wrong pipe. No more.
I forget the name of the lady that wrote that storyline. What was her name?
Who wrote the Typhoid Mary?
Yeah, who wrote Typhoid Mary? I don't know where that escapes me.
Yeah, I'm not good at remembering a lot of those kind of names.
That's all right. I'm old. I can't remember these things.
Well, yeah, sometimes I can remember names right off the top of my head, and other times I can't.
And Nocenti?
There it is. Yes.
Okay.
See, I would have been way off. I would have said Carmen Sandiego or some shit.
All right. DLC. What do you think, man?
Well, considering I probably think I'm the oldest one guy here than all you guys.
Yeah.
I grew up, you know, when books were 25 cents covers. That's the price when I got up there. So there was two choices, either Marvel or DC. There was no independence back then, so it's pretty much easy. You either had to pick one or the other.
Mm-hmm.
I started off collecting Captain America. That's the King Kirby was doing, those books around that time. So I let my collection speak for myself. What I have here, I have more Marvel than DC. I do like DC, but I have more Marvel than DC, so that's what I'm gonna go with. And that's what I started collecting. I like favorite heroes on both ends, DC and Marvel, but I have more Marvel than anything else. So that's gonna be my vote with Marvel. So over DC, but DC is a second, that right next. So
Yeah, I agree with you on that. With DC being second for me too, because there's a lot of good characters like Green Arrow, the Mark Burrell run.
I mean, I actually like Aquaman, and I do have a whole bunch of Aquaman. And I know people make fun of him, but if I had to pick him or Namor, I'm picking Aquaman over Namor every single time. Yeah.
Okay, where's the unsubscribe button?
See, you don't know that, or maybe you do know. I don't know. Way back when they were doing those versus battles, Frost battled Marky.
Yeah,
and it was Aquaman versus Namor. Frost is a huge Namor fan, and they went at it. And let me tell you, Marky didn't win, bro.
No,
Marky did not win, bro.
Marky, it was.
I mean,
bad.
all you had to do was show that bombshell cover of Aquaman, and that's all you had to do to be on the Marvel side.
And I did.
He tried. I mean, he tried. There was a lot of motherfuckers in there, but no.
Yeah.
A motherfucker.
I tell you, if I pull out my graded Aquaman collection that I have here, you'd be like, "Damn, that's a lot." That's a lot.
No, that's cool.
Marky has like some great graded Aquaman books as well, along with his Green Lanterns that he had. I don't know if he still has it or not, though.
I don't know if you could say it like him, though. Green Lantern.
Green Lantern.
I can't.
Still, Batman's top DC guy.
Yeah.
He's no matter what, he's top. I think he's always been the top leader. I don't know why. Maybe it's just his dark side.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And like all the villains that he has to fight against, like
again, remember he doesn't have superpowers. He's just a regular human, trained, and he uses his mind on anything else. That's
This is all I have to say.
I mean,
this is why Marvel is better.
What if there was an underlying situation?
Quick shout out to the Mastodon. We were asking earlier, who's Dad's Head? Who the fuck is Dad's Head? I couldn't figure it out. Mastodon, thank you. Dad's Head is Paxton Page, Karen Page's father, and he's the creator of the Cobalt Bomb. Cobalt Bomb? There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Mastodon.
You see, I think what DC's been holding back for years is the fact that Batman actually is a mutant. He actually has superpowers.
No, he's not a mutant. What do they call him over there in DC land?
Detective McKenna. That's what it's called.
No, they call him something else. He's a super, but he's not a mutant. It's his intellect, right? I'm not saying he doesn't have the power, right? He has a power of intellect.
He's like Brainiac.
Yeah, basically. But it's not. Shit. What the hell is the word? A panel full of 6 comic book nerds, and we can't think of the word.
Nobody reads
something like that.
I can't read your mind, Jonathan. I know what you're trying to say.
He's not a mutant. He's not a mutant. What's DC's word for like meta? Thank you, metahuman. Thank you.
I said it like 3 times.
I didn't hear you.
Jesus. The chalupa over here.
Well, the one thing that that like if you were to ask somebody about that's nice. That's nice. That's cute. The white twin brother undisputed Friday. The one thing if you were to ask the question like somebody out on the streets.
Wait.
All right, good.
What's going on, LeBron James' nephew?
He's too tall. He's too tall.
James.
I know, but he's too tall to be LeBron.
I've seen him.
You got this close to him.
How can you not miss him?
Right. How can you not miss him? Exactly.
Well,
deep ass voice.
Well, I was gonna say it was like, like if you were to go out in the street right now and ask anybody, like, okay, what can you name a DC character? Who do you think they'd say first? I mean, if you were to ask DC characters,
Batman.
you think
Flash.
so?
Yeah,
I
Batman.
think people would probably say Superman.
Superman, yeah.
Flash.
Oh, there's a lot of Flash fans out there too. Everybody knows the Flash.
Yeah,
But
because
he's
of the
another-
TV show.
another high popular. But then now,
Yeah.
Wonder Woman's hyped up right now. So
Yeah. Well, the reason why I'm saying Superman is because Superman had all those movies way back in the day, so that's the reason why I would think that people would say more Superman. But if you ever watch, was it Jimmy Kimmel? I think Jimmy Kimmel might have done it once, or maybe it was Conan O'Brien. But they did something like that. They went out in the streets and asking people questions like that, and everybody was saying, like, they were saying Flash, like Frost said, but a bunch of people said more Superman than they did Batman, which I thought was pretty
you're
crazy.
right. I think you're right, Chatty. I think I had seen something, and it might be a little outdated, but I
Yeah.
had seen some study that they did that worldwide, not just like in the US, but worldwide, the most recognizable superheroes in order were Superman, Batman, Spider-Man, in order.
I think that list. I think Superman is actually number 3, and then it flops between Spider-Man and Batman
it
every
all
time.
depends who you asking. If they know the superhero, like if you're asking, like one of us, it's gonna be a different order. You talking about somebody that knows them,
Random.
but they put them in a different order. They, whatever pops in their head.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying that what I saw, I'm telling you, what I saw was like they had done a study, and I'm talking about it was like worldwide, like just who the most recognizable was. It was Superman, then Batman, and then it was Spidey.
Yeah.
Are you gonna believe us or your lion eyes?
I'm gonna believe the news media.
But where else can you go where there's a town called Metropolitan and it's all about Superman? I've seen it. They got stores and they got statues and everything.
You
Nobody
go
has
to
that.
some tribes in Africa, you just be like, "Hey, what is it? Superman."
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
It's that's everybody knows Superman. I mean,
Everybody knows Superman.
Yeah.
There's a
Well,
reason
I think-
Action Comics is the number 1 book.
Yeah.
Yeah, but ain't you Superman if you take Viagra?
Counts on what body part you want, Steph.
Yeah.
But hey, Chulo, I got off the subject, but you never got to tell us what would you choose. I think you choose DC.
I think he's independent.
Everybody knows. Everybody already knows. But you know what? The funny thing, Tato,
I don't know.
well, I mean, look at my back wall. You'll know. So the thing is, look, but the thing is, the more I talk to Tat about like how he came up in collecting and like his just like his story, like it's the same shit. Like when I first started buying books, the very first book I ever bought was a DC book. My a character that's always going to be like one of my favorites is the Flash, but it's the Wally West Flash. That's the Flash I grew up off. My very first comic that I ever bought, I think, was Flash number 66 off the Wally West Flash series. And from there, I just started collecting a bunch of Flash. Like, it was super cool. Like, the dude was like stupid fast, big red suit, like my favorite color. It caught my eye. Like, I was like, this is
I
dope.
just can't take a superhero named Wally seriously. I don't know.
Yeah,
Wallace West.
but like Chula's saying though, I mean, what kid back then when you were growing up didn't want to be like the fastest kid on the street? You know what I'm saying? Who could run the fastest and all that stuff, especially if you're playing sports or anything like that. You always wanted to be the fastest kid.
Yeah, and I was like a short, pudgy little Mexican kid. I wasn't running. I needed to be fast. So I was like, I need this dude, you know what I mean? I want to be fast like him. You feel me? Like I just
When you hear that dinner bell, ding, oh shit.
Yeah. And so coming up in the late 80s, early 90s, right? So I started collecting Flash comics. That was my thing. I got a couple of Superman. I didn't feel it. It wasn't my thing. But anytime I see a Flash versus Superman cover where they're racing, still to this day, like super iconic, like super nostalgic, I'm gonna get it. But anyway, so after that, I'm in the early 90s now, and the what's dropping? We got Batman Adventures, as far as what's on TV, right? We got Batman Adventures, we got Spider-Man, the animated series, and then all of a sudden, X-Men. X-Men drops and just blew my whole fucking world. I was like, I mean, and I'm a kid, right? I don't have a whole lot of money, so I was actually put in that position of, what are you going to buy? Like, you only have a limited resources. You can buy a couple of books. What are you going to buy? What are you going to buy? So X-Men comes out. I see Wolverine, and I was like, fuck DC, fuck what they're talking about. I'm all in on X-Men and Wolverine. Like, I only want X-Men and Wolverine. So that's what I had resources to get, and that's all I would get. Like, I still remember back in the day walking into a comic book and seeing this book on the back wall. It was $20 on the wall. And I was like, damn, when will I ever in my life have enough money to afford that? $20. As a little kid, that was the thought in my head. Now, right?
Yeah. You need a friend like Frost to throw in $19 and I to throw as $1 so you can get it for 20.
Right.
Yeah, right?
Exactly.
But that being said, as a kid, like I started with DC. I moved over to Marvel. I have love for both. Like, I love characters in both sides. But I will say that currently, DC does a great job with like events. Now, you can go back to like Infinite Crisis. You could talk about Identity Crisis, Blackest Night. What's the one that they got right now? Deceased. Like, a lot of their events, like the way that they tie in their events and they bring all the superheroes together and are just able to like finagle a story out of it. Like, I appreciate it. I love it. Like, I think they're really sound when we talk about events and their writing. Like,
yeah,
I
Dark
really
Side
enjoy
Wars
that.
was really good. Dark Side
There
Wars.
you go. There you go. And I unfortunately have to say that I don't think Marvel is as good when it comes to larger events. I feel like sometimes their events are a little bit forced. However, the nostalgia for the characters for me is better with Marvel. I like the fact that, I mean, who said it earlier? They were talking about, I think it was BLC. He said, what other character has their own city that they're doing stuff in, like Metropolis and Gotham, right? I kind of like how Marvel is more grounded in reality. You got people in New York, you got people out of all different cities all over the US, and it's recognizable. It's more relatable to me. I like that. And I think that Marvel does a little bit better job of, how can you say, like, individual characters or individual titles and writing like stories for those individual titles. Their events are not great, but at the end of the day, I'm always going to give it to Marvel. But I like them both, right?
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Well, I think like Frost hit it on the nail when he was going from Silver Age to the Bronze Age, with the story writing, because now you look at like some of the writers nowadays, it's kind of like the first thing that attracts you is the cover, of course, but then you get to read in the book and you're just like, this is garbage. The cover looks great, interior sometimes look good, but the story just craps out. And there was a while there, like when Frost was collecting, what was it, the X-Men, but he was collecting it with the Chris Claremont writing, which he was right about doing that because Chris Claremont wrote really well, just like Art Adams did. That's why I love a lot of those X-Men classic books and things like that. So for me nowadays, I am finding that I'm collecting just for the cover because I haven't read the book yet, because I don't know the writer yet. You know what I mean? It's kind of hard for me to jump into a new writer unless it's somebody that's taken on a character that I really love, then I'm going to give it a shot, kind of thing. But yeah, DC has been writing some really good stories, more so than Marvel right now. But it's just, I think what Marvel's really doing right now is they're hitting it with the covers. I think that's what most people are buying for, and they're speculating on the covers.
Variant covers, like massive. Like I was doing my unboxing, explaining when I'm doing this. Spider-Man. They're only up to issue 57, and already, if you want that whole collection of just that volume, it's already over like 400 books, and they're only up to issue 57. Okay, like I said, when I grew up, what happened to the writing? Books were going up, issue 300, 400 issue numbers, right? The story just kept going on. Now you're up to like volume 9, volume 7 of the same title.
Yeah.
What happened to the story? They can't continue. They stop and they start over. I don't understand that. Back then it was one after the other, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. It just kept on. It's the same title, people jump in, different artists, different writers, but it kept on going. Now, no.
The problem is that they're trying to attract younger people, and so for a younger person to jump on Batman 1000, you know, there's 1,000 issues of Batman backstory that they don't know, or they pick up New 52 #1, where it reintroduces Batman from a new standpoint, so people can kind of jump aboard fresh without having to know all the backstory, right? That's what Marvel does a lot now. DC not as much,
but that's interesting though, right? Like Mike, like that's an interesting thing to do, like especially because I think you said with Batman, right? Like, but who doesn't know Batman's story by now, right?
Yeah.
But see, I think that's a cop out because that's what we have trade paperbacks for, to go back and read those stories to get acclimated with things. You shouldn't have to reboot just to get people to go ahead and start reading your book again. If you have good stories, you're gonna have people still reading, regardless.
You know what was a staple back in the day that I don't hear a lot of people talking about, but I'm going back and I'm reading a lot of old books right now, and something that I don't hear a lot of folks talking about is not only are they good stories, because they're good sound stories, but they go over a lot of the basics to get those readers like involved. Because I think back in the day, like, you know, you have a kid who just jumps into a comic book store and grabs a random book. You know, they have the footnotes, and they, like, even though you're jumping in the middle of a story, it doesn't feel like you are, because as you're going through that book, it has a footnote and it says, you know, I don't know,
go back to issue 45 to see what happened here to understand what's going on right here in this panel.
Exactly. Or they'll reference it. Oh, Wolverine is a mutant who has a healing factor, and I don't know, whatever. He likes to hunt people. You know, it'll have a quick intro on the splash. I don't know, whatever. It'll say something on the splash page, right, or the next page after that. But it like gives you a real quick synopsis, and it puts you right into the story. I don't see that anymore. And granted, writing styles have evolved. Like people's like culture, attention spans, all that stuff is different now. But in order to like continue on with storylines, that's something they used to do in the past. They don't do it anymore,
though, right? Like as a writing style, that's a good thing to do. Like a little bit of exposition to introduce the characters at all. But as veteran readers, right?
Sorry, freaking king of the Golden State.
I know.
That's what I said. Buy a trade paperback. At least I agree with him on something.
They're like two sides of the same coin.
But go ahead, Mike. Mike Fisher.
Yeah, hold on one second. Hold on. Let's go ahead, Mike. All you.
All in you, Mike. We're all in you now, bro.
Yeah. So
we're invested.
The thing is as seasoned readers now, we get bored every time we read. I'm the best at what there is, or no, I'm
the best at what I do,
and what I do isn't very nice. You know, like that is a tagline that sums up Wolverine really well. And if someone new read that, they'd be like, "That's pretty cool. I want to read more about him." When we read it now, we're like, "Okay, yeah, we get it. You're the best at what you do." You know. So there's no winning between new readers and old readers. And honestly, as far as the trade paperbacks go, you know, like I don't think people like new comic book readers really know about them.
But
Yeah,
that what comes into play as you as a comic shop owner who gets the question a million times a day. Hey, if I want to get into this comic, where should I start? And that's where their responsibility is to sit there and say, this is where I think you should go.
They don't make money off of trade paperbacks. They make money off of back issues.
Yes, they do.
They make, $20, $30 on a trade paperback.
Yeah, but we all started early in our age too. So we started it just like everybody of the kid that starts today. It's the same way. We started off. We didn't start at #1 issue that came out.
Right.
You know, maybe it was 100 issues or 200 issues already into it. But we started at a certain point, and we like what we read, and like, okay, let me read the rest of the stories and see what was coming out. It's the same thing now that back then. But it's just, I guess, it's the way the kids are these days. Maybe they don't, you know, they're not reading it, they're not into it as much, or maybe because it's on television or the case may be. But, you know, back then, you know, we just started no matter what point when the books were coming out, you know, and now when you get a little older, you're still more into it. You look more into it. And again,
it's
going further back.
it's just the generation gap, right?
Yeah.
I mean, these are kids that are raised on watching YouTube. They play a video game. They watch people play YouTube video, or they watch people play video games on YouTube. So yeah, they don't have that attention span to sit and dig through back issues like we do, because if they want something, they just Google it, or they go to dad's phone and use up his data plan. And that's what they do. It's not like when we were young, we had no recourse. We would have to go to the comic book store and dig through bins to look for stuff. I don't even remember there being trade paperbacks when I was young.
I don't remember that. Yeah,
they had didn't they have the only thing? Oh no, maybe not. Never mind. I was gonna say the only thing I can think of is the essentials, but
what is the one biggest thing now that's different than way back then when we were kids? Especially
Digital.
when I was.
Digital.
Comic books were everywhere. Wherever I went, to a store, they want a rack, they were at pharmacy,
drugstores, not drugstores.
They were everywhere. I could go into a train station where they sell newspapers. They were there. They were everywhere. Now they're not there no more. Now you have to go to a con. You have to go to a comic book store. It's limited. It's not like back then. They were everywhere you look. They were there. So when it's in front of a kid's face, like, oh, let me take a look. Let me grab this. Oh, I like this. Now it's limited. Like you said, they're either watching a cartoon, but it still is not the same thing as being a comic book, unless they go to a con. When they go to a con, you see their eyes wide open, like, wow, what a world. Look at this universe. Look at what they got going on here. That's the big difference between then and now.
But what about the media? What about the access to different types of media nowadays? Like back in the day when I was young, and probably and I'm sure all of you guys too, right? Like the best thing that we had next to a comic book was all the animated shows. And I remember thinking as a kid, wow, like there's never going to be a point in my life where technology is going to be able to have like the special effects that would catch up to be able to have like a decent live action movie. Well, fucking shut my mouth, because here we are. And they got some badass movies out there nowadays. And these kids, like my kids, are growing up with the movies. They're seeing these movies, and my kids are interested in books now. Like, and granted, because I'm a collector, like my kids know more about like the B and C and D level heroes, right, than your average kid out there who's just watching the movies. But I mean, we do have like different stuff that wasn't around that's still in their face, right?
Right.
Again, for me, because of the cartoons, that made me want to go out and grab the comics. That made me want to go buy the trading cards, right?
Right.
They don't have Saturday morning cartoons anymore. Like,
it's all crazy.
Everything right now is instant. If they want to watch a cartoon, they can jump on a Netflix or Hulu or whatever and watch a cartoon. They can watch an entire series. We had to watch one episode and then wait next week for the next episode.
Yeah. And G.I. Joe was.
if you missed it, then too fucking bad.
Hope to God you didn't have to go to church and miss it or something like.
Yeah, we're going to grandma's house. No, we're not. I'm staying home watching G.I. Joe and Transformers. Damn it!
I tell my kid that all the time. Like, back in my day, you didn't have the ability to go ahead and watch Netflix. We had to pop that tape in the VCR, hit record, and hope to God that your mom didn't want to go ahead and record Star Search or some shit.
Or your dad recorded a football game over your shit.
No joke. My kid just asked me the other day, Dad, when you were little, what was your favorite show on Netflix? I was like, on Netflix.
He said, "What was Netflix back in the day? We didn't have that."
Yeah,
like, what the hell is Netflix?
When you show a kid a Walkman, they're like, "What is this?" Right? But yeah, like I have a friend at work. All he collects is paper trade backs. That's all he collects. He doesn't collect the individual, single issue book. He collects all the trade backs, and which I think is pretty cool. He goes to Barnes and Noble. I remember when Barnes and Noble used to actually sell DC comic books. That's all they sold. They wouldn't sell Marvel. They just sell DC books. Now they don't even do that anymore, but they still sell the paper trade backs. But you're talking about cartoons and stuff. Yeah, I grew up like, dude, there wasn't a Saturday I didn't miss G.I. Joe, Transformers, Jason and the Argonauts. Oh gosh, GoBots. you know. And the thing was, like Transformers, I remember watching the cartoon, and then when I found out there was comic books, I was like, oh shit, I want to go buy the comic books, you know, just like with G.I. Joe. But like Big Cat said, you know, they already had those issues out. So when I was getting G.I. Joe, gosh, I couldn't get number 1. They were already gone. I was getting like number 15 or number 10 or something like that, you know what I mean? And especially with Transformers. So when I was able to find the number 1s, I scooped them up. But back then they were like $15. There you go. Yeah. And so, you know, it's like you were saying, Jonathan, you know, gosh, back then when you saw that Wolverine book, like $20, where am I going to get this money to get this book? You know, so I did a lot of stuff. I you know, like getting a paper route when I was a kid. They don't do paper routes nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, if I told my son I had a paper route, though, what the hell's a paper route?
Yeah, it sounded like you were going to end that story with, I did a lot of stuff I'm not proud of to get comic books.
No, I wasn't going to say that. No, I was not going to say that. Don't let the earrings and all that shit fool you, dude. No, man, screw that. I wouldn't be doing that shit. But I mean, I did whatever. Yeah, I did whatever I could to earn whatever money I could to get my comic books. You know?
Well, you did what you had to do, bro.
Hey, I see a little white. I see a little white on your beard. Then I wouldn't say that was mayonnaise.
Don't be jealous. You got more than me. Don't be jealous.
No, I do not. Well, I like you. I like you. How much? I like you. How much? No, but there was a couple, like, you know, convenience stores. You know, so I used to go there and ask the guy, hey, is there anything I could do? You know, I was like 10 or 12 years old. He said, yeah, sweep the parking lot and I'll give you whatever, 50 cents to 75 cents. So ever I was able to earn money, that's how I did it. I didn't do it by, no, fuck that. You know, but like I said, like I had a paper out and all that kind of stuff, you know? And so for me, and it's kind of like what I do nowadays, you know, like when I wanted to buy my Hulk 181.
He got the money.
Yeah, pimping ain't easy. That's right.
Wait, so does that imply that AG used to pimp?
That's what I'm saying. Pimped him out.
No, he didn't. Yeah.
Hey, my brother will sweep your parking lot for 50 cents. You get $50.
Yeah, exactly. Like Frost said earlier, I smell like bucks. I got a lot of ass back in the day. But anyways, that's why I recycle cans. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I recycle cans, and I was using that money to buy comic books. So I still have that mentality when I was a kid. Yeah.
I still do that now. People don't know that. I still take bottles right now and get my 5 cents for it. You know?
Yeah, exactly. For me, I get 10 cents. Not bragging, but I'm just saying. Yeah, I could get 10 cents here.
I get 5 cents.
5 cents? Damn. Yeah, see, look, give me those bottles, Chula.
No, they're mine. They're mine.
You might have drank on, but you can send them my way.
Listen, I got to go. So I appreciate being on the panel. Big Lion Cat, it was nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you.
King of the Golden State does smell like hot dog water. Just throwing it out there.
Cold or warm, lukewarm hot dog water?
Right at the perfect temperature. Day old four-way.
Shit.
All right, so yeah, I gotta go.
All right.
Thank you for having me. You guys have fun. Tat, stop sniffing butts.
Hey, Frost, stop coming by then. But like I was saying, you know,
he missed it. He missed it. King of the Golden State. He was out, but I agree.
That guy sucks.
He does.
Yeah, now that Puto's gone.
Green Arrow's better.
But you know, that's why I still kind of do that to this day. And like with my boys, I try to teach my boys the same thing. You know, I mean, if you really want something, don't expect it. You know, work for it. You know, because that's what I did when I was a kid. If I wanted something, you know, I either did whatever chores I needed to do to earn that allowance that my mom was able to afford to give me. You know, to get the comic books that I wanted or the toys I wanted. Now that I'm a lot older, I still kind of still collect toys, but you know, I try to tell my kids, well, yeah, Dad just went out and spent $20 on this, but you know what? I just worked for like 2 weeks straight, busting my ass, so I deserve a little toy, you know, every once in a while, kind of thing, you know. So I think my kids will get it, but they're not into collecting like I am. They do know about the movies, like you guys were saying earlier about Netflix, you know. But now I got Disney Plus, so my son's on there watching, you know, TV shows that I never watch, but he's watching them, and he'll sit there and Ben watch the whole damn thing. Damn, Chill's looking sexy. Nice. I think you got an admirer there, bro.
That's my boy right there. That's Mario. So I think some of you guys might have heard me talk about him. That's my homie from back in Stockton. Like me and this dude came up together and we hit all the cons together. He doesn't really YouTube himself or IG, or he's on IG, He is a comic junkie.
Okay.
But yeah, man, he's got a good collection, and that's the homie right there, man. That's my brother right there.
Nice.
Here's the other thing. I mean, how are like Spider-Man and Batman and Superman going to compete with PewDiePie? Right? Like,
That's why I love you, bro. That's why I love you.
Is he still a thing? He's not still a thing, is he?
I don't know, but I'll tell you this much: like my kids know about that more than I know about it. They make me stay up every time there's a Logan Paul or Jake Paul fight. You know,
Wait. Oh my God, I'm just putting it together. Are you saying one of those guys is PewDiePie?
No. PewDiePie is another guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but same kind of idiot though.
So
yeah, so I mean these guys are streaming 24/7. We've got to wait a week between comic books, sometimes 2 weeks. Fourway's been drinking, but I've never stopped.
I can't even read the chat. I've just been drinking. Love you guys. So what's the next topic you guys want to talk about while we're here? I'm just
Punisher.
Punisher.
Yeah. Sure. Okay.
Punisher.
So, all right. So I
What
like
about my mom that way?
I really like that Squat Face brought it up because I didn't know if it was going to be. I don't know. Fuck it. I don't give a shit. It's a lightweight, controversial topic. But me, I could give.
Why do you give a shit? Let's just talk about it.
No. You're right. I'm with you. No, I'm with you. But I will say with the caveat that 2 out of 3 of my kids already came in this room and are like, "Are we gonna watch WandaVision? Are we gonna watch it?" Yes, we are. So let's do Punisher and we out. Yeah, we down.
Yeah.
Okay, I already watched WandaVision. That was all right.
Well,
Yeah,
good
I
for you.
still gotta go through it.
Hey, I ain't gonna ruin it. I ain't gonna ruin it for you like I did with the last Ronin. For the turtles. I won't tell you.
Okay.
It's Michelangelo.
All right, here we go. So here's the topic. So Punisher. So what I've seen in feeds lately, and from what I'm understanding, we all know about the tragedy that's been going on in Washington D.C. and people storming the fucking castle and all the crazy shit that's going on over there.
Yeah.
And it seems like there were a couple of folks who were involved in that stuff. See, she's over here telling me I got 6 minutes. You heard her?
Hurry up. Time to take it.
I'll be right there.
Take. Hurry up.
So, anyways, all these crazy ass people who don't storm the Capitol building.
Capital building.
Did I say Capitol?
Crap. Get yourself out of the toilet. Come on.
They're basically people are doing crazy shit in the name of whatever the hell they think it's in the name of, and they've been spotted wearing the Punisher skull on T-shirts, hats, bandanas, whatever you call it. They've been wearing the Punisher's gear. Because of that, there is a faction of the left who, just so you understand, like I'm not gonna make any qualms about it. I'm pretty liberal. Like my political views, which I don't push on anybody else, I don't really discuss unless people are talking to me about them and want to ask me about it, then I will. But I am pretty liberal. My political agenda is more to the left. However, there is a faction of those folks who are saying, "Oh, we've seen these far right folks wearing the Punisher, so let's just cancel the Punisher now." They're appealing to Marvel Comics and saying, "Hey, we've seen these people who are committing these crimes, these atrocities, these violent acts, and we're not with it. Marvel, could you please get rid of the Punisher?" What are your guys' thoughts, ideas? Again, I am part of that more left-leaning, but it looks like Squat Piss has something to say, so let's go there.
So when all hell was breaking loose, I did see a couple of guys with, a skull on their shirt or whatever.
Oh, you actually saw it?
Yeah, when they were showing pictures and highlights and stuff.
Yeah.
And it did occur to me, oh, that guy looks kind of like the Punisher. But there were also a guy or a couple of guys who had Captain America kind of symbols. So you don't hear people saying, oh, let's get rid of Captain America from the comics, right? So I gotta say, Punisher is one of my favorite comic book characters, but it is more of an adult character. And you have to have some intelligence to not go out there and do something stupid with a gun with a skull on your chest. In other words, don't copy what the comp, is doing. But I have to say, Jonathan, going back to last week's discussion, you you brought up this cartoon called The Ducksters. And I know I've seen that before, but I watched it again.
The
I was
Ducksters?
appalled and horrified.
What's the Ducksters?
We were talking about Looney Tunes, and
Uh-huh.
you said you liked Daffy Duck with Porky Pig.
Yeah.
I don't know the last time you saw that cartoon, but it's horrible. Absolutely
Is it
There's-
the link that I sent you?
Yes.
Okay.
When's the last time you seen that cartoon?
Like 5 minutes before I sent you the link.
It's not for kids.
No,
I
it's
almost
not.
argue it's rated R.
Yeah, it's not for kids.
Rated
It's hilarious.
R.
But it's hilarious though.
It wasn't hilarious. I was appalled and horrified.
Really? Like what? No, honestly, like in all honesty, tell me, like what was what? It's one of my favorite ones. I thought it was funny.
Jonathan, did you actually watch it?
Like 8 times in a row. I'm not joking.
What? Did we watch the same cartoon? He's hitting him. He has a gun, and
Yeah, but it's just cartoon. It's a different time, a different era. I don't know. Like
We only got 2 minutes left.
at the same time, I'll
I'm
tell
trying to
you.
get the point that people emulate or copy what they see, whether it's comic books or cartoons, and to show that cartoon to kids, that's not okay.
Interesting.
I could barely handle it.
Can I bring
Okay.
up a
Yeah.
point on that? So here's the thing. I'm going to tell this up. Back in those days when those cartoons were coming out, parents were strict with their children. You know, like if you went around trying to shoot your brother because Daffy Duck shot Porky Pig, you'd get the crap kicked out of you. And then and when they said Dad's coming home, you better put that shit away, they would put that shit away. Nowadays, nobody parents anymore. You know, that's why you can't have fun things anymore. You know, kids can't have wood burning kits anymore because there's too many Karens out there saying, "Oh, they're going to burn down the house." Blah, blah, blah. You know, you just can't have that kind of stuff that we had. Like back in those days, man, we didn't have seats, or we didn't wear seatbelts in the car. I remember being in the back of my what do you call it, the station wagon, being in the back seat, rolling around the back when we were turning corners and stuff like that. That would never fly anymore because everyone's too caught up in this it's just this weird culture that we live in where like
Sitting in the back of a pickup truck.
everyone's answer for everything is I'm going to sue you. You know,
Mhm.
and so everyone is all crazed about that, and I can't do this because someone's going to sue me, and I can't do this because someone's going to sue me, and I can't wear Punisher shirt because someone's going to sue me, and that's where that shit's got to stop.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Chipper Gore is the best example of like that, because when she did that with the whole thing with music. Sorry to cut short, but, you know, like that was like she set that whole thing up with the was it the sticker that they'd always put
Parental
on
advisory sticker.
exactly on CDs. And in fact, it was funny. I watched that whole thing, and was it Twisted Sister said that because of what she did, they actually sold more albums. But you know, for someone to say, "Oh, I saw,"
And Luke, Uncle Luke.
yeah, you know, for someone to say, "Oh, okay, the people that stormed the you know, the Congress building and stuff like that." Gosh, sorry,
Capitol
I can't
building.
say the right words.
The
Thank you,
Congress
Capitol building. Yeah, the comic book store. Timber first. But you know, the people that did that, regardless of what shirt they were wearing, you know, those people were just fucking idiots. Pardon my language. You know, I don't care if they were wearing My Little Pony, like my brother was saying earlier. They shouldn't take what they did and what they were wearing and say, okay, that's why they did it, because he's wearing a Punisher shirt. He learned that from the Punisher or whatever TV series they had on Netflix or for comic books. That's why he was storming. No, the guy was just a dumbass. Part of the French, you know. I mean, I hate when someone will take something and put it above and beyond what it really is about. You know what I mean? If you can't watch a movie and watch a Superman movie and go, okay, that's all special effects. And you can't see the realization of that and think, oh, a few minutes later, oh, wait, I could fly. And you're a fucking idiot. You know what I'm saying? Language for that. It just pisses me off when I see that someone's taking something like, let's say, The Punisher, and saying, oh, because he's wearing that shirt, that means that show's terrible. No.
But it comes down to the parenting aspect too. Those people like, and I'm gonna go broad here. Like Trump is America's parent right now, right?
Oh.
And only for a couple more days. So don't worry. But
you're lucky you're in Canada, brother.
Yeah, but, with all like feeding everyone such like crap information, like COVID's not real, all fake news, and all the weird shit that's gone on in your country for the last 4 years. Like being an outsider watching in is just like, I don't need Netflix. I just have to watch CNN. And so these people, they get fired up about it because the president, your number one guy, is saying that it's so, right? But no one's saying, let's cancel. Like maybe they're trying with the impeachment or whatever, but they're trying to cancel. They're trying to cancel the wrong thing. They're looking for small things that they can pin blame on when they should really be saying, like, it's friggin' Fox News' fault that this shit happened. It's all the crap that the president has been spewing. It's just crazy. Like, and Surfer's right. There's really no such thing as peaceful protest anymore.
No. You talk about the news too. I'm sorry, real quick. I just want to say this real quick. I remember one time I was watching the news and they were talking about this new drug that was coming out of, let's say, like, I don't know, Africa or something like that. And they actually explained how they extract the drug and how they make the drug. And they said they got it from this frog and how they extract it from that and put in this. I'm like, okay, they just gave out the whole blueprint on how to make this drug that they're telling people not to use. And they said it right on the news. I'm like, are you guys fucking idiots?
Whatever you do, don't go to East 14th International and ask for a dude named Carlos. Don't ask for Carlos and do not give him $50 to get a dime bag of crack cocaine. And when you go home, do not mix that with baking soda.
Exactly.
Cook it on your stovetop. And then do not put that in the pipe and smoke it. All bad.
What people are missing out on is the main thing of what happened. Were they there to say, hey, about the Punisher, they're going to cancel? No, that's not what they were yelling about. That's not what they were protesting. That's not what the sign they had in their hands was saying. Okay, they were there for something else, for the president or with the voting crap or whatever was going on. No matter what they were wearing, that had nothing to do with it. What they were singing and what they were yelling is what they were there for. Yes, there were a bunch of idiots that ran the Capitol, and then for the president not to put his foot down on and not coming down on this, that makes us look bad. That makes us look totally bad. People died there. People died stupidness for no apparent reason. People are scared for their life. How about if you was in a building or at your job and a bunch of people come running in, screaming this, that, anything? You have no idea what's going on. You probably have a heart attack and just die right there.
First of all, why would they put Jamiroquai in my?
It had nothing to do with the Punisher. Keep the Punisher out. Just because a couple of idiots had a couple of T-shirts that had a Punisher logo on it doesn't mean nothing. They could have been cross dresses. You're gonna say cross dressing people? You gotta stop. No, does not matter. They were there for something else. Listen to what they were saying. All right.
Oh, don't go there, girl.
Trump didn't do shit about it. He's a moron. Okay. Those people are morons. What they did was absolutely wrong. They should be all freaking jailed for what they did.
Oh hell yeah, they've actually convicted a few of them too. Yeah, which I was very happy to see.
Next week, by the way, is the cross-dressing episode. I'm
RuPaul's drag. What?
That's why I've been growing my hair this whole time, guys. Just so you know.
Everybody
right on, brother.
These days they nitpick on everything. Christopher Columbus. We had those statues. Why? Everybody knows he's up there because he found America. No. Now, no, he had slavery back then. That's how it was back then. Back in the days. Okay, what do you think? What happened back then?
technically you can't find something that was already found. Like there was hella people living here already. But
Yeah,
anyway,
my wife's people, the Native Americans, man.
My people were here too. But okay, hold on. Anyway, I hear what you're saying. Like I'm with you. I'm here what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's about that time. It sounds like we're all in agreement. Like yeah, it's some dumb shit. Like keep the Punisher, fuck the rioters. Right?
Yeah.
Right. As a matter of fact, real quick, I got to give a shout out to my boy right here, Mario, one more time. Like I told you guys, that's my boy, that's my brother. Biggest Punisher fan I know. That's my homie.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Okay, that's all I got to say. Any last final thoughts, words, shout outs before we go?
I'll give it really quick. Look, I've made it no secret on this thing. I'm not a huge fan of the Punisher, anyways.
What's going on, everybody?
Hey.
Just as we're giving our final thoughts and shout outs. Hey, hold on. Let me get back to Mike and we'll jump to you right now, Arsenio.
All right, cool.
All right, so I've made it no secret that I'm not a huge fan of the Punisher. Right, I don't like the anti-hero. I don't think that because a moron is wearing it on his chest makes it a good reason to cancel it. Just the same as if someone saw me wearing my Maple Leafs hat, just because this moron's wearing it. Like, fuck off, man! I got a zit because I wear masks all the time.
What is good? Oh shit! Too much fun, you guys.
Life ain't easy for a guy who serves the public. All right, you don't cancel shit because morons support it.
Right.
And that's where it is. Go buy a kid a comic book. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hold on. Let me just jump in and introduce and say what's up. It's a first. We'll call this a cameo appearance since he's showing up basically on the last page. What's up? I need the homie. What's up, Anna? What's up, Anna, man? Hey, thanks for jumping on real quick. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm chilling, man. I'm good, man. I see you put a live stream. I didn't know it was live, but you don't have to get up on here and say what's up to everybody. I'm actually messing with RC Engines, man, right now. So.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Yeah. Usually, I did pick up some comics today, though. I seen some dude. I was coming home from visiting my mom, and some dude had like his trunk open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, he got them bootleg comics.
Bootleg comics.
So, yeah.
Look what I got in my trunk.
So, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. Look at that. Woo!
Yeah.
That's a nice trunk.
Yeah. It just feel like that.
There was some random dude.
Second and third appearance.
Yeah.
There's some guy out there making a video right now. If you see these Spider-Man books in a trunk, do not buy them.
And then I got this. I got all this for $25.
Oh, yeah.
$25? Not bad.
$25 for that.
That's nice.
Congrats.
He had a whole bunch, bro. He had some early Black Panthers and some more Power Man, and I didn't even get them. I just kept walking.
Hey, I'm just glad you're here with us tonight and nothing happened to you because some guys open trunks, you don't know what's gonna happen.
No, it was out open. It wasn't like in a abandoned area.
Well,
The thing is, I didn't want to buy a whole bunch of books and then get home and then next thing you know there's no pages inside. Like get it out.
Man, over in the West Coast, they got the low riders with the trunks. They pop them open up.
They're like, look, I got a VCR. Oh shit, it's just a bunch of bricks.
That's hella funny. All right, hey man, well, thanks for joining us for a quick little minute, and maybe next time you'll join us for the whole thing.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
That'd
be cool. Yeah, hey, stay with us though. Stay with us.
Yeah, stick around. We're gonna end it soon, but we'll do the little after party thing.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, that's
Wait,
dope. Oh,
did you put that on Instagram?
Yeah,
real quick for whatever. Yeah. That's you right there, right? That's you.
Yeah, there's me.
And just for anybody who's joining us on the channel right now, this is Arsenio, the art chemist. This is all his original art. Dude is a dope ass artist. Check him out. You want to plug your little? You got an IG or something?
Yeah, I got my IG and I have my website.
find some of his artworks on skeletoncomics.com.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go to Tat Comics on Instagram, and you can go to his page for me.
Yeah. Don't forget to use the code.
All right, we're gonna jump over real quick to the comic book Aesthete, aka Squat Piss for today. Final words, thoughts, shout outs.
Yeah. I would feel very bad if they cancel the Punisher.
Yeah, me too.
It's one of my favorite characters to collect. I love this guy. I love the background story. What those guys did don't represent him. So I was I heard it from you, Jonathan. I didn't know about this story that they were going to cancel. So I would feel very bad if that happened. So
I didn't believe it. The first time I saw it, I almost thought it was a joke when I saw it.
I don't believe it. I can't believe it's happening.
It's
ridiculous.
It is. It's really ridiculous. All right, Tat Comics.
Yeah, just same thing like what CBA just said right there. Squat piss. It's that's kind of the one things. That was kind of the one things I liked about Netflix was the Daredevil series they had on there and the Punisher. The other ones weren't too bad, but my ones that I tuned into mostly was Daredevil and the Punisher. And if they canceled it because of some idiots that were wearing the shirts, that pissed me off because the Punisher has nothing to do with what they did. Thanks for everybody showing up in the chat tonight. My brother AG, Kingdom Comics, and King of the Golden State.
Even King of the Golden State, yeah.
He made it funny out here. And everybody showed up on the panel too. It's been great doing this with you guys, and thanks for having me on, Jonathan. And
hell yeah!
And if anybody that's in our chat right now, if you don't know anybody that's on this panel, please go check out their channels and also go check out their Instagram pages.
Yep.
I think you guys will definitely enjoy them.
And for the most part, in the description, I have everybody's channel linked, except for the folks that jumped on at the last minute. And I will try to link them up later, like Big Meow Meow right here, BLC.
Yeah, meow meow.
Shout outs.
So, like I said, like we were talking about, Punisher has nothing to do with it, man. But just a bunch of idiots. Yeah.
I'm sorry, his name.
My comments from a truck. That's what it is.
Oh, damn.
That's what it is.
Oh my god!
Love it.
Oh shit! I love it.
Right.
So, yeah, man. Thanks for having me on and everything. Was I had a great time laughing it up and everything. But guys, tomorrow here, Cat Slayer auction 8:00 p.m. Eastern Savings Time. Come check it out. We're gonna have a great ball. We're gonna have a lot of people in here.
One more time. What time?
8 p.m. Eastern Savings Time.
That's 5 o'clock our time.
That's
ready.
5 o'clock your time.
All right. And last little quick final thoughts, shout outs, Arsenio.
Yeah, I missed the whole show, everybody. Thanks for coming through. I don't know what everybody talked about, but hey,
the alleyway, just get some people on the car.
Yeah, you never know what you're gonna find when you're walking around, man.
He was too busy making them back alley deals.
Hey, but he got some good deals, man.
Hell yeah.
He was over there haggling.
But for real shit. Thanks for jumping on real quick and making your quick little cameo, last page appearance. And maybe we'll get you on next time. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I'll be up for it, man. I'm cool.
All right. My quick little sign off is just yes, I agree with everybody on the panel. Like what happened in Washington was some bullshit. It doesn't represent the Punisher because the Punisher's a fictional fucking character who we just have fun with, and just leave it at that.
So that's like saying if we all walk around with like Mickey Mouse shirts and do something crazy, they're gonna close down Disney.
Yeah, we're gonna burn down Disney.
I also happen to see a lot of American.
I didn't say that.
At
Allegedly,
too.
Allegedly, somebody do that.
Flag? Like, where does it stop?
Yeah, it's a fine line.
Yeah, real quick though, I did have a video a while back ago from Disney cartoons where like Goofy was trying to quit smoking, and he basically was running around trying to find a cigarette. When he jumped on, I think his name was Brutus, the one guy always. Yeah, he jumped on top and he was asking for a cigarette, and he actually said, "Do you have any cannabis? Do you have any weed?" Okay, now I have this cartoon somewhere on a VHS tape for kids on a beach. So how did they get away with that a long time ago? But now it's like, you know what I'm saying?
So
So
like that
Everybody,
graphic
everybody
pig one.
that's why they're going into too much detail.
So that's what the line. That's what the line. Shh,
They
don't.
got nothing else better to do.
All right, guys.
Better life.
I just want to say thank you for everybody who joined us in the chat. We had AG Server, King of the Golden State, Kingdom Comics, Azor's Tiger.
Did you say King of the Golden Showers?
What are you trying to say? Is R. Kelly? I'm going to pee on you.
Man.
Yeah.
We had the Mastodon Comics. Man, I think there was a couple other folks that I might be forgetting right now. So if Uncanny Call Waka.
Chris Mill.
That I might be forgetting. Rag 718. Rag 718. Thank you, Honey, for joining us. Man, we're running up on 2 hours. This is one of our longest shows. I had a lot of fun. Thank you to everybody in the panel who joined us. For the full length of the show or for a little cameo, either way, it's all good.
You're going to feel the power of the chancleta in a minute, boy. You don't get off.
One division. One division.
Connection. We'll catch you next time. Until next time, keep stacking Hella Comics.